AirGPU is a cloud PC rental service similar to Shadow and Maximum Settings based in Utrecht, Netherlands. Founded in 2020, their goal is to bring low-latency cloud gaming without restrictions to all parts of the world. As of now, they currently offer different tiered cloud gaming PCs in 15 different data centers across 4 continents, including North America, Europe, and Asia Pacific. So is AirGPU the cloud gaming PC rental service for you? We'll get into all the details regarding the good, the bad, and the ugly. Stay tuned. Now please note that this whole service is currently in open beta, which means it's currently being worked on and things might change pretty frequently. Now how AirGPU works is that it's a cloud PC rental service that charges you by the hour to use their cloud PCs. They have several tiers of differently powered machines to choose from. This is all possible because they use Amazon Web Services as their cloud PC provider. This is why they can say that they are in 15 data centers across 4 continents, with Bahrain coming soon. To be specific, they are using the AWS EC2, G4, and G5 lines of cloud systems. If you check out the AWS EC2 website, you can see exactly what Amazon is charging for these machines. More on this in our full benchmark video. Now to get started, signing up and paying for credit is easy. First, it will want you to create your own cloud machine. Then you will pay for credit to use it. They do take standard credit card, PayPal, and Google Pay. Now let's start with creating your machine. This part is the best thing and the worst thing about AirGPU. Let me explain. With creating a machine, it will allow you to choose a location of your machine. It will even show you how much latency you'll get based off your location, which is really cool. I highly suggest choosing a location closest to you. Then it'll want you to choose the machine tier. Not all tiers are available at each location. You can see what tiers are available in the location dropdown. There are currently 3 tiers with various modifications. In a nutshell, the T4 tiers are 1080p quality only. I would avoid this tier for high-end gaming. They would be great for mobile users though on a lower resolution. Now I would consider the V520 tier performance close to Shadow's. Depending on your CPU and RAM configuration, you can have a build just under Shadow or above Shadow's performance. Now the A10G tier is the most high-end tier rated to perform similar to the GeForce Now RTX 3080 tier, which is able to provide solid 4K gameplay. Next, you'll choose your CPU and RAM configuration for your machine. Yes, the higher the CPU and the RAM, the higher the price. Next, you'll choose stream bitrate quality, the higher the better, and hard drive storage size for your cloud games. Now you can choose to bring your own operating system, or they can provide Windows for you. Now this is where things get bad. Everything here is a la carte, with some additionally priced extras being needed to get the best out of certain tiers. Here's an example of what I mean. You want the A10G tier, thinking to yourself that $1.35 an hour isn't too bad for great 4K gameplay. You choose it, but then you're going to need a higher bitrate to support the 4K gameplay. This is an additional 80 cents an hour to get a decent 4K stream. If you don't choose a higher bitrate, going with the A10G tier would be pointless. Now on top of this, you need storage for your games. I'm not sure who only needs 128 gigabytes for storage. I can see 256 for most users. Now 512 is an option, but be aware of the fee for storage. That's an additional $28 a month. That's about $1 a day. And yes, they will pull this from your purchase credit on a daily basis, as long as your machine is in your account. So let's take a look at our Create a Machine total. I went with the A10G tier with the most CPUs and RAM additional charge. And of course I needed to add the 40 megabits per second bitrate additional charge. I also went with the 256 gigabyte storage, which is 50 cents a day, on top of what we're paying here. I'll also be using their version of Windows additional charge. This comes to a grand total of $3.90 an hour.
Jesus Christ.
You might as well just round that up to 4. I spent over 2.5 hours playing Modern Warfare and used over $10 of credit. What? Now I'm not gonna hate, because if you got the money and you don't want to buy gamer PC hardware, this might be your go-to. For everyone else, we do have a 10% off credit coupon code to help with this. Sign up link and coupon code is in the description, and you can use this every time you want more credit. Now here's one of the best things about the platform. Are you unhappy with your machine that you just made? Delete it. Start over again with a different tier. Heck, you could even go to the Create Machine page and spin up as many cloud PCs as you want in any location at any tier. As long as you have the credit, you can have a fleet of different cloud PCs at your disposal. I know what you're thinking. No mining allowed. Also be careful, they can run out of cloud PCs depending on your location. Now here's another negative point for me. The idea of these cloud platforms is to provide a convenient way for many devices to gain access to play a high-end PC easily. AirGPU doesn't have any native apps to access their PCs. They rely on starting their PCs by logging into their website and connecting to them through third-party connection software, Parsec and/or Moonlight. Now they work great and they have mobile support, but setting up these machines can be a pain in the ass for the average user. The ideal experience is to install an app, sign in with your credentials, and start your PC. You won't get that here, at least not yet. Native apps make your product easily marketable because people want the ease of use. Hopefully AirGPU will make native apps in the near future for various devices so cloud PC access becomes easier. If you need help setting up Parsec or remoting into your machine to gain access, we have a video for getting started with Parsec if you need it. Now for the meat and potatoes. How is the performance on AirGPU? Now as I mentioned, the AirGPU infrastructure is ran on AWS. Now AWS is regarded as one of the best cloud infrastructures in the world, so the machines run well on every tier, so don't worry. Every time you spin one up, you get a fully fledged Windows PC that you can use like you would at home. AWS has fast pipes, so downloading games from third-party distributors is usually very quick. I installed Modern Warfare and I had a download rate of over 250 megabits per second consistently. It took about 15 to 20 minutes for the whole thing. This might vary for other distributors, but bandwidth was not an issue, at least not for me. Gameplay is what you expect from these machines. They are what they say they are, no beating around the bush here. Performance is good, latency is low for mouse and keyboard and controller because I picked a location close to me. The statement is true in this instance, you truly get what you pay for. Using Parsec to play on these machines is fantastic. But please remember that your video quality will be blurry on larger resolutions if you pick a lower tier due to the lower bitrate. You can only choose a higher bitrate if you choose a higher tier. I know, catch-22. Here's a low bitrate. And here's a high bitrate. With the Parsec Android app, you'll be able to play the games you installed on your AirGPU machine with ease on your Android mobile device. Just make sure your Android device is up to date and have a 5 GHz Wi-Fi connection and you should be good to go. Both Parsec and Moonlight also allow for multiple controllers so you can play your favorite couch multiplayer games. You can even play multiplayer games on your mobile device. Very cool. Now, are you done playing? Don't forget this very important thing. Log back into the site and turn off your machine when you're finished or it will eat through your credit with no shut-off notice or auto shutdown feature. Until they get native apps so that this would be easily accessible from your device, you'll have to do it this way. Also note that there is no low credit warning while using your machine. It will shut down on you while playing. Not cool. Overall, if you have the money to spend on a quick and easy cloud PC that can range to the power of your choice, AirGPU is right where you need to be. With Amazon backing the AirGPU infrastructure, you can almost guarantee good performance. It's the a la carte nickel and diming that will get you. To be honest, tacking on a fee for almost every single upgrade per hour is almost a crime. If you're okay with this and still want to try it out, don't forget the coupon code we have. Now if you like this complete overview of AirGPU, give us a like and make sure to subscribe to get the latest news, gameplay, and comparisons on cloud gaming at the only place where you can do battle in gaming heaven, Cloud Gaming Battle.
Black Knight, you suck.